Maybe it's the tides. Welcome, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by, this time coming your way for a very appropriate showcasing for the month of April in this year of our Lord 2026, stopping on by this time to do a VHS showcasing of the original North American VHS release of April Fool's Day. As we can see in the back bottom corner, copyright 1986, Paramount Pictures Corp., all rights reserved. Taking a closer look at the front cover, they're basically borrowing from the original theatrical poster. April Fool's Day can be seen in the April Fool's Day font in red on the top of the front cover. Panning further down, we see this. I've always loved this poster slash cover art with your gang of friends. It's kind of a shame that that one chick is next to Clayton Rohner. There is in this cover she's cut off, which is unfortunate. The actress probably didn't like that very much. I would imagine you could see her on the theatrical poster, but because of the dimensions of the VHS, her face is cut off. That's a goddamn bummer. But panning further down, we can see. Oh, I was saying that I like this, theatrical poster slash cover art with the woman holding the knife behind her back and her hair tongue in a hangman's noose. Very, very interesting kind of a cover, and it really encapsulates the overall feel of the movie, which is more or less a comedy with horror elements. If you've seen the film, you'll probably understand why I say that. Panning even further down, we can just see the reveille there with all the characters, and it's funny how the one guy who plays Skip you can see him on the front cover, and he's barely in the movie, but then the chick who's in a majority of the movie you can't see on the front cover. I bet she was so pissed off when she saw the VHS cover. Chances are on the Laserdisc version, if there was, I think there was a Laserdisc version around the same time, you'd probably, because of the square aspect of, the cover art, you'd probably be able to see her face on that cover, I would imagine. Heading all the way down to the bottom here, we can see the knife held behind her back, closed caption logo on the bottom corner, along with stereo. Taking a look at the right spine, we've got like a spine that starts light colored and goes dark as you go down from top to bottom on the spine. April Fool's Day in a red, bold kind of font that isn't representative of what the font is on the front cover. That's interesting. You might be able to see there a video store sticker that was placed and has since been removed over the years, and the adhesive stickiness is still on there. All kinds of 40 years. Oh my god, this VHS is also 40 years old as well. 40 years of dirt and grime, or maybe 30 years of dirt and grime, whenever the hell that sticker became peeled off. 30 or 40 years of dirt and grime stuck onto the adhesive there, that's still stuck onto this VHS spine, closed caption logo, VHS, hi-fi, and it does say, was that Dolby Stereo? Yeah, that's completely wrong there. Yeah, it's not Dolby Stereo on linear, or maybe it is. I don't know if hi-fi is a linear tracks. Anyway, I think it says Dolby Stereo on linear tracks. I don't know if that's correct technically or not, but we'll just assume it is. Catalog number 1832. This is the early to mid-80s Paramount Home Video logo, as you can see there. Yeah, I would imagine 87, 88 is maybe when they changed it, but it's still the early kind of to mid-80s logo there. Taking a look at the left spine, it seems to be identical to the right spine, except for all that information that we saw on the bottom of the cassette isn't there, and it's just swapped for the barcode in this case. And just like with the other side, we've got the video store put a sticker on here, which is, maybe they removed it when the video store sold it. That would be my assumption. It's possible the video store itself removed it, or maybe whoever bought it removed it. At some point it was removed. So like I say, 40-year-old cassette, maybe 35 or 30-year-old grime and gunk stuck onto that adhesive that's still stuck onto the VHS cover. Top of this particular VHS cassette release looks exactly like this. Taking a look at the back, I gotta tell you, the good old days, 40 years ago, very simple back cover art. One big image on the top and a smaller image there on the left side. We've got basically the guy who'd go on to be in the first Leprechaun movie in the early 90s, and Amy Steele of Friday the 13th Part 2 fame at the end of the movie trying to figure out the mystery. Then you've got what the hell's her name? Is it, it's not even on here, I don't think. I think it's Deborah Foreman there as the psychotic, crazed, quote-unquote killer on the table with a huge knife there, as you can see in a couple of still shots from the film. When Muppy St. John invited her college friends up to her parents' secluded island home for the time of their lives, she forgot to tell them it just might be the last time of their lives. Because as soon as the kids arrive on the island, someone starts trimming the guest list, one murder at a time. And what starts out as a weekend of harmless April Fool's Day pranks turns into a bloody battle for survival. It's just what you'd expect from the producer who brought you Friday the 13th, parts 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's interesting because there's no such thing as Friday the 13th, part 4. It's Friday the 13th, the final chapter. But I guess it's more streamlined than saying it's just what you'd expect from the producer who brought you Friday the 13th, parts 2, 3, the final chapter, and 5. I mean, I guess, you know, their bit sounds better than what I just said out loud. Abbreviated, very, very abbreviated credits can be found under the synopsis there. Like, they don't even have any of the actors in the credits there, as you can see. It looks like copyright for the film itself, 1986, YCTM Productions Incorporated, all rights reserved. The R rating there can be seen in the center, and then panning further down to the bottom, stuff you've already seen. I would imagine, see, it's difficult with early Paramount home video releases. I can only assume this copyright 1986 on the bottom means for the year the VHS was released, but it's hard to say. So I'm just going to assume that the cassette was released in 1986, as well as the movie being released in 1986. So we'll see what the year is on the cassette itself. Taking a look at the VHS cassette itself, we can see a video store sticker. You know, this might be the sticker that was removed from both spines. Maybe simply just this 1996. I bet that's what the sticker was on each of the spines that was removed at some point. Very possible. Most likely a mom and pop video store sticker that was added, you know, as they were prepping the VHS to be added to their rental stock. Taking a closer look at the label, this is back in the day, I think the early 80s, obviously to 86 here. I really liked what Paramount was doing, where they kind of had a dark cream label and then just like this kind of almost purplish bluish print. But as you can see here, April Fool's Day, this is for the information for the film, the release here of the film, 1986, color in 90 minutes. Then it says stereo Dolby system. So there's nothing about hi-fi on this particular label. It just says stereo Dolby system, which is interesting. A big box with rated R, the early to mid 80s Paramount home video logo. The way you can tell it's like the early to mid 80s is the home video's got a line above and below it. I think probably in 87 or the subsequent following years they'd get rid of that, you know, home video thing with the line above and below it. Paramount logo at the time, which was a Gulf plus Western company. This is what I was looking at. Yeah, see, it says 1986. Like I say, I don't know if this VHS would have come out in 86 or 87. We'll just assume it came out in 86. You've got your all-important warning copyright FBI information in addition to the copyright and release year there. Taking a look at the spine, same thing with that kind of grayish cream color label with your blue ink for April Fool's Day. Stereo, in this case, we have no mention of hi-fi on the other label on the cassette, but on this spine label we've got stereo and hi-fi as well, and the mid-80s Paramount logo, a Gulf plus Western company, catalog number 1832. Yeah, it kind of just occurred to me as I was doing this showcasing that, wow, this cassette is 40 years old. It's crazy how time flies, but if you're anywhere near my age, or if you ever become anywhere near my age, you will find out very possibly, as I, continue to be shocked and find out about that as the years go on and the older you get, the quicker time seems to pass, which of course is just all part of getting on in years. And I gotta tell you, I'm really scared. Like, I'll go to bed and then wake up like 5 years older, and I'm kind of scared if that's going to happen. Probably won't happen, but I hope it could happen, but I doubt it will, and I hope it does not. So I guess that pretty much does it for this showcasing here in April of 2026. Hope you guys are having a good April. I guess, well, I'm shooting this well, at the very end of March, so April hasn't even started. I hope I have a very good April as well. I hope you guys are having a very good April. I guess that pretty much does it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, we'll catch you on the next video.